Hey, okay, so I've been asked a lot these days, maybe because a lot of people are being laid off, sadly, lately. If I've been job hunting for a while and I'm finally offered a position, should I just take it even if it's not the position that I want? So really important question, because I know a lot of people are in this kind of a situation lately. Just in case you don't know me, I'm Dahlia. I help professionals get highly paid jobs that they also really enjoy. Yes, even during the pandemic. And this relates to what I've been discussing lately, which is the different levels of the career success pyramid, where level 1 is you're unemployed and looking. And basically this question is, should I move myself to level 2 of the pyramid, which is employed, but not in the job that I want? And the answer to this question is not quite straightforward. It sort of depends on your situation. But the real problem behind this question, like if you're asking yourself if I should just take a job that I won't really enjoy just because I have no other offers on the table, then the real problem isn't should I take this job or not. The real problem is, why don't you have other offers on the table? Why don't you have offers for what would be your dream position? Why don't you have that kind of career freedom? So the real answer to this question is to look deeper at what are the things that are not working out for you? What are the kind of holes in your career system? So because when you have your career system working, you always have job offers. I know that this sounds weird for some people, like how would I always have job offers? But you should not be in a position where you're ever relying on the one job that you have right now, and if you get laid off, that's it, you're back to job hunting. You should always have yourself in a position where you have contacts, you're in the hidden job market, people know you know them, you have your reputation built, you know your mission, you're on purpose, you're recognized as that go-to specialist for this reason, so that you don't end up in this position where you're having to accept work that you don't really want. And as we all know, that can be incredibly depressing, to find yourself working 8 hours, if not more, a day on something that you honestly don't care about. You just felt like you needed to take something, right? That's not the position you want to find yourself in. So in your specific situation, let me know below if you have a specific situation you want me to comment on. But essentially, obviously, if you have a bill to pay right away and you can't afford to not be employed, well, maybe it makes sense for you to just take that position and continue to expand your possibilities. If you don't particularly need the money at this moment, then maybe it's not something you should do, because then it's going to occupy all of your time and the stress and the energy, and you're not going to be putting that energy into what you really do want. So it's kind of an individual, on an individual basis, that you would need to take that decision. But the most important thing is, what are you going to do to attract the opportunities that you do want? Because it's not a strategy to just keep sending applications for the job you do want and hope that one day someone's going to hire you for them. That is, the odds of that happening are very low. So it's good to have hope, but hope is not a strategy. You need a real strategy to get yourself into the job that you do want. And then the only other reason to take a job that you don't really want, if you don't need the money, would be because you think that's going to be a good launch pad to get what you do want. So if in some way this is heading into the right direction, because I see a lot of people take jobs that are actually putting them into the wrong direction, thinking, okay, this is going to help me, at least I have something, at least I'm doing something, and actually they end up 5 years later still in that job, and now they're growing their experience in the wrong direction, and people only see them as that thing, and they have trouble getting themselves onto the path that they wanted. But of course, you can always take a job if you really need the money, as long as you have a solid strategy that you're working on to get to where you do want to go. And that is how you make sure that you don't get stuck in the wrong place. The worst thing you can do is get stuck and lose that momentum, not be able to get out. So I hope that was somewhat useful for you guys. I know this is not an easy situation to be in, but really the solution is have a solid strategy. Don't allow yourself to be someone who's kind of in that lose-lose situation of, do I stick with no job or do I take the job that I don't want? Like, that's lose-lose. That's not what you want. You want to have win-win situations of, do I want to accept this? These are problems my clients actually have quite often, where they say, oh, Dali, I'm so overwhelmed. I have this offer that's really great, but I have this other offer that's really great. I don't want to disappoint anyone, and I don't want to make the wrong choice, but both seem good. What should I do, right? And then I have to remind them, okay, these are nice problems to have. You have more than one great offer. Now, we can look at which one should you accept. But you want these kind of win-win situations and not these lose-lose situations, which a lot of people are finding themselves stuck in. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know below. Let me know if you have any other questions about this. And if you have a specific situation that you want my input on, obviously feel free to write to me and I'll see whether or not I can help. All right, guys, have a wonderful day and we'll talk soon.